Women in Game of Thrones suffer because of their gender, but House of the Dragon has a great opportunity to give a certain Targaryen a bigger voice. Helena Targaryen is one of the few innocent victims of the Dance of the Dragons in Fire and Blood and House of the Dragon. Being a minor character, House of the Dragon is taking a great risk of repeating one of Game of Thrones' biggest mistakes when it comes to representation of women. Helena has potential to grow beyond the tragic female character, plot device that Fire and Blood labeled her to be. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and also click on the notification bell to remain updated. House of the Dragon has already taken a different approach to storytelling than Game of Thrones ever did. The Dance of the Dragons may be between Rhaenayra Targaryen and Aegon II Targaryen, but the faces of the series are two women, Rhaenayra and Alicent Hightower. Women rule House of the Dragon and have the bigger roles men had in Game of Thrones. But with the most controversial event of Fire and Blood coming up in Season 2, there's a great risk that House of the Dragon's Helena Targaryen succumbs to the injustices done to Game of Thrones' female characters. The event in question is known as Blood and Cheese, which is almost certain to happen very early in Season 2, possibly even Episode 1 due to the reported title of the episode. During the event, Helena is held hostage by two rat catchers named Blood and Cheese, who were hired by DAymOn Targaryen. She's forced to choose which of her two adolescent sons should die as revenge for Lucerys Velaryon's death. Helena reluctantly chooses Maylor, hoping he was too young to understand what was happening, but the pair kill her oldest son Jayhaerys instead. This scene is expected to be one of the most brutal moments of the adaptation. There's not only great worry about the depiction of murdering children, but how the show will treat Helena as a woman during and after the torturous affair. In the first episode alone, House of the Dragon caused an uproar due to its explicit depiction of Aemma Targaryen's fatal birth. This scene was intentionally filmed to accurately depict the realities of childbirth without modern medicine, but made it about a man's difficult decision to choose between his wife or son. Aemma was never the focus, but rather Viserys, as the weight of the crown rested on his shoulders in a desperate attempt to save his heir. The show made up for this scene by restoring women's agency in both Laena and Rhaenyra's birth scenes, but Aemma hasn't been forgotten. Prioritizing Viserys' perspective during Aemma's birth scene was a brutal mistake that showed House of the Dragon wasn't much better at portraying women than Game of Thrones was, even with years of opportunities to learn better. House of the Dragon is in a sticky situation in that Helena's entire story is built on the fact that she has no agency, nor does she ever gain it. She was forced into an abusive marriage with her brother and became a helpless victim of DAyMOn's revenge, even though she had no part in Lucerys' death. She is the embodiment of every female victim used as a plot device in the Game of Thrones universe. Her gender put her at a grave disadvantage in this world, and she's seen as expendable because of it. To write Helena in any other way would take away one of the greatest tragedies of a war that could have been avoided. Helena isn't Daenerys Targaryen or Sansa Stark. She doesn't rise from the ashes of her trauma as a more powerful woman. Witnessing the murder of her child causes her to succumb to a debilitating mindset where she's incredibly unstable and takes her own life because of it. There's nothing necessarily wrong with depicting a female character this way. People respond to trauma in different ways, and sometimes, they meet a tragic end. In a world where women are easy targets in a war, it's not implausible that this is Helena's story. Still, there is a way to depict her lack of agency while also providing some depth to her character. Helena is still a person, and people are more than just their trauma. By simply giving Helena more lines and an opportunity to speak about the war, she's already a more substantial character. She's one of the few innocent people who are collateral damage, all because she was born on the wrong side. That's every reason to give her a larger role. The audience needs an innocent person's perspective in a show full of gray or morally corrupt characters, but it also needs to be done so without sexually violating her like Game of Thrones did with Daenerys and Sansa in shock value scenes. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.